If you're among the tens of millions being influenced by all those social media influencers, or if you're related to someone who is, then you're going to want to meet Jacey Duprie. She was an influencer before we even had a name for that. She attracted millions of online followers with a picture-perfect life that anybody would want to emulate, but nobody could because it was fake, or at least far from the whole truth. Jacey shares that story in a brand new memoir called Liking Myself Back, and she shares it with me tonight as well. Jacey, thank you so much for being on with me tonight. First of all, a farm girl to damsel in Dior, I had no idea that you weren't happy. Tell me a little bit about this realization and why you're spilling the beans.
Well, thank you so much for having me, first and foremost. I'm just thrilled to be here. You know what? I've been doing this for 10 years. I can't even believe I'm saying that out loud right now. And just after doing it for so long, there's just so much more behind the scenes that was going on, behind the filter that you see on Instagram, that I felt as though I needed to share with the world. I just really wanted to tell a part of my story in hopes that it would really help reach other people and really help make a difference.
You know, I was reading in the Times, I think last weekend, that, depression, anxiety, suicide is all up among adolescents. Many point to social media. Do you think your book and this whole coming clean about the filters is going to help change this? We need a sea change, right, to right the wrongs of what social media is doing.
I mean, gosh, that's the whole point, right? That would mean the world to me if they could just touch one person that's kind of going through something hard. I'm the daughter of an alcoholic. I struggle with PTSD, ADHD. I had some postpartum depression to throw into the mix. So there's a lot in this book, a lot of vulnerable moments. And if one of those stories can just help touch one person, then yes, that's definitely the goal here. Social media, we share all of those picture perfect moments, and it's not always easy to share the more vulnerable, honest moments in our lives. And that's really the whole point of this book. So yes, that would be a huge win if it's able to affect people.
And you have a daughter, right? So what's your plan for managing her social media? What's going to go on in your house?
Isn't that the million-dollar question? We're actually trying to figure that out now, just with my account only. How much do I post of her and how much do I not post? I want to protect her. Right now, my biggest goal for kind of protecting my daughter on social media is, we share a little bit about her and what we're going through with her because we're proud of her, we love her, we want to share that part of our lives. But I also don't want people having a premeditated opinion of who she is as a person. So I don't want her walking to a room and people thinking that they already know her. So I'm trying to kind of toe the line and draw that boundary. As far as where she wants to take her life on social media, I feel like Instagram, who even knows if it will still be around when she's, 13, 14, 15, or TikTok, who knows what we'll be getting into at that point. So I figure we'll just cross that bridge when we get there.
Your book is called Liking Myself Back. I think there's a lot of great lessons in here. Jacey Duprie, thank you so much for being on. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.